Hello and welcome, class 264. You know, in the past few classes, I've been teaching the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. This covers what I consider the essential structure of the language. The present tense, the past tense, the future tense, and the present perfect tense constitute 95% of everything we say. So, in subsequent classes, I will continue introducing new things, but probably 70 or 80% of the class time will be reviewing and reviewing, indirectly going back the present perfect. But it's important to remember that in any language, people use the present, past, future, and present perfect 95% of the time. You understand me perfectly when I speak, and I speak quite well with good impact and eloquence, but I'm using very basic English. You don't need to use complicated English to be a good speaker. You don't need you don't need a broad vocabulary to be a good speaker. You have an expression in Spanish, el que mucho abarca, poco aprieta. Si intentas abarcar mucho inglés, poco vas a apretar cuando lo tienes que usar de verdad. So, remember this. The conditional, veremos el condicional. Si me hubieras llamado ayer, si mi coche no hubiera arrancado, si hubiera sabido esto ayer, yo podría haber hecho. These sentences, we will see them, but we use a conditional sentence twice a month, 2 times per month. We don't use these sentences very often. Or the verb, a verb. How many times a day do you use the verb to drink? Beber. ¿Cuántas veces al día dices el verbo beber? Usas el verbo. Maybe twice a day, 3 times a day. How many times a day do you use the verb ser o estar? Es, son, está, están. 3 times per minute. Probably. So, the importance of the verb to be compared to the importance of the verb to drink is 3 times a minute to 3 times a day. Probably 500 times more important. The verb to be is 500 times more important than the verb to drink in términos de frecuencia de uso. And then the verb to bother, molestar, lo he mencionado hace un par de meses. The verb to bother, molestar. Probably you use the verb to bother twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. If you have little children, 3 times per minute. But nevertheless, 3 times a week. But you use some form of the verb to be, ser o bienestar, estar o ser. You use that 3 times a minute. So the difference in importance between the verb to be and the verb to bother, molestar, es de 5,000 a 1, 5,000 to 1. Now the verb to bother is important. I recommend you learn it, but you must be a master with the verb to be, the verb to have, the verb to go, the verb to want, etc. Simplicity is the secret to good speech. For understanding, it's totally different. Everything. But for speaking, simplicity, like the jugglers. Here in Madrid, I'm speaking to you from Madrid. In Madrid, if you're driving your car on the Paseo de la Castellana, the main avenue, north-south in Madrid, in some of the traffic lights, there's a juggler trying to make some money. Malabarista in los semáforos. And you stop and you watch, and with only 3 balls, And they do it very well, usually. They do it very well. And maybe you give them a coin and maybe you don't. But nevertheless, they're good jugglers. To speak English well, you don't need more than 3 balls. Don't try to speak with 16. You'll lose control of the balls. So, keep it simple. And I'm going to keep it simple. You're going to understand me. As we continue progressing, you're going to understand me perfectly. However, I can speak to you for 300 hours effectively with very simple verbs, very simple structures, very basic elements, the basic elements of the language. Los elementos fundamentales, the fundamentals, los fundamentos del arte, te conduce al dominio del arte. If you don't master the fundamentals of the art, you will never master the art. Remember this. I've told you this many times. So sermoneo mucho, I can see. I sermon you a lot on these things. Pero es la cimentación, los cimientos que te permite el rascacielos. All right, so let's go on. I'm on page 262.12. All right. How many times did you go to the beach last year? Last year I went to the beach 3 times. And this year? No, so far I haven't gone to the beach this year. It's still the new year, basically. I haven't gone to the beach this year. How many English classes, how many television classes, Richard, did you give last year? I probably gave about 200, and this is class 263, yeah? Right, Marta? Yeah. Or 263. But Marta decided to sit down over there. Usually she's there. If my eyes are changing, she's over there. Yes. And so 264, class 264. We're getting confused, Marta. Yeah. We've been doing this for too long. Eh? All right. But your question is, how many classes did I give last year? Last year I gave, I don't know, about 250 classes. And so far this year? Well, if it's true that I gave 250 classes last year, then I've given 14 classes so far this year. No, I've given 13 because this class hasn't ended yet. So I'm in the process of 214 classes, but I've given you 13 complete classes so far. All right. I gave you 250 last year, but I'm not sure. How many times did Real Madrid win the European Cup in the 20th century? The Real Madrid won the European Championship 7 times. 7 times in the 20th century. And how many times has it won the championship, the Champions League, this century? I think it's won the championship this century 6 times. Real Madrid, I think, has won, if I remember right, si mal no recuerdo, if I remember right, Real Madrid has won the Champions League 13 times. 13 times. It won it, lo ganó. It won it 7 times last century, and it has won it, cambiando el presente al perfecto, 6 times this century. All right. And how many years did Cristiano Ronaldo play for Real Madrid? Or is he still with Real Madrid? No, he's not with Real Madrid anymore. Where is he now? He's in Italy with the Juventus in Turin. How long has he been with Juventus? He's been with Juventus for 2 or 3 years. 3 years, I think. And how long was he with Real Madrid? He was with Real Madrid for 9 or 10 years. 9 or 10 years. And how many years was Santillana a player for Real Madrid? Whew, I don't know, but I think he was a player for Real Madrid for about 13 or 14 years. How long, is he still alive? I think so, yeah, I think he's still alive. How long has he been retired? Santillana, how long has he been retired? I think he's been retired since 1983 or 1984, when the Quinta del Buitre came in, Butragueño. I think he played for 1 or 2 more years, but did very well at certain moments. So he's been retired for a long time. Okay, and how many people, Richard, how many interesting people did you meet yesterday? I didn't meet any interesting people yesterday. And so far today, I haven't met any interesting people so far today. It's too early to meet interesting people so far today. Maybe I'll meet some interesting people later today, but so far I haven't met any interesting people. And yesterday I didn't meet any new people, as far as I can remember. As far as I can remember. Que yo recuerde. Que yo pueda recordar. As far as I can remember. Richard, yes. How many times did you take off your watch yesterday? My watch? I didn't take off my watch yesterday in the class. Or out. Yeah. Well, I took off my watch when I got home after work. But how many times did you take off your watch in class yesterday? In this class, I didn't take off my watch yesterday in class. And so far today, I haven't taken off my watch so far today. But maybe I will. All right? Maybe I will. But so far I haven't taken it off. And I didn't take it off yesterday, and I haven't taken it off today. How many times did you roll up your sleeves yesterday? I didn't roll up my sleeves yesterday. And so far today, look, I haven't rolled up my sleeves so far. Well, why don't you roll them up? The Muppets? The Muppets? Los teleñecos? The Muppets? No. No. The Mupp. The Mupp? ¿Qué es the Mupp? No. ¿Por qué no los subes ahora? Why don't you roll them up now? Ahora enlacemos. Why don't you roll them up? Roll them up. Them. Las mangas. Okay, I'll roll. Do you want me to roll them up? Do you want me to roll them up? Okay. If you want me to roll them up, then I'll roll them up. I didn't roll them up yesterday, and so far I haven't rolled them up today. But if you want me to roll them up, I'll roll them up. Which sleeve? Which sleeve do you want me to start with? Do you want me to start with my right sleeve or with my left sleeve? Start with your left sleeve. Oh, I never start with my left sleeve. I always start with my right. Okay, I'll start with my left sleeve. I'm going to roll it up. Have I started yet? Yes, you have. No, I haven't. Yes, you have. You have already started. You unbuttoned your... it's true. I unbuttoned my cuff. C-U-F-F. So yes, you're right. I've already started. But have I finished yet? No, you haven't finished yet. All right, but now, have I started yet? Yes, you've already started. Am I still rolling up my sleeve? Yes, you're still rolling it up. Aquí them, no. Porque no. Which one am I rolling up? You're rolling up your left sleeve. Have I finished yet? No, you haven't. You're still rolling it up. Have I finished yet? Yes, you've already. You have, tú has ya terminado. You have already, enlacemos y con contracción, you've already, volleyball, you've already rolled up Rolled up. Mucha fonética aquí, ¿a que sí? You've already rolled up. Rolled up. Enlacemos. Rolled up. You've already rolled up your left sleeve. Have I started with my right sleeve yet? No, you haven't started with your right sleeve. Well, tell me to roll it up. Why? Well, if you don't tell me to roll it up, I'm not going to roll it up. But wait a minute, Richard. 2 minutes ago, we made an agreement. You promised to roll up both your sleeves. All right. Have I started yet? You haven't started yet. Am I going to start? I assume, doy por sentado que vas a empezar, eh? I assume you're going to start. Why? Because you promised to roll up your sleeves. Y lo prometido es deuda. And in English, how do you say that? In English, it's very simple. A promise is a promise. A promise is a promise. Okay, I'm going to roll it up. I'm going to roll it up when I count to 5. When I count to 5, I'll start rolling up my right sleeve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Have I started yet? Yes, you've already started. Have I finished yet? No, you haven't finished yet. Am I still rolling up my sleeve? Yes, you're still rolling up your sleeve. All right. Have I finished yet? Yes, you have. Have I rolled up both of them or only one of them? You've rolled up both of them. All right, good. Have I taken off my watch yet? No, you haven't. Was I going to take it off? Richard, me estás hablando en el pasado continuo. Claro. Dilo otra vez. All right, let's go back. Have I taken off my watch yet? No, you haven't taken it off. Was I going to take it off? No, you didn't say you were going to take off your watch. We talked about it, but we didn't make a decision. So I wasn't planning. No, I wasn't planning to take off my watch. Well, tell me to take it off. Richard, take off your watch, please. All right. When do you want me to take it off? Do you want me to take it off now, or do you want me to take it off in 2 minutes? I want you to take it off now. And where do you want me to put it? Well, I want you to put it on the table. Yeah, but exactly where do you want me to put it? Do you want me to put it next to the cup? Do you want me to put it next to the microphone? Do you want me to put it under the book? Or do you want me to put it between you and me? Where do you want me to put it? I don't care. You don't care. It doesn't matter. Te da igual. Te trae sin cuidado. You don't care. No. But do you care about English? Yes. Do you want to improve your English? Yes. Well then, tell me where you want me to put it. Because if you don't tell me where you want me to put my watch, I won't take it off. Si no me dices donde quieres que lo ponga, no me lo quitaré. If you don't tell me where you want me, if you don't tell me where you want me to put it, fíjate en la construcción de esta frase. En español se usa el subjuntivo. Si no me dices donde quieres que lo ponga, subjuntivo. But in English, no. If you don't tell me where you want me to put it, donde quieres que yo ponerlo, where you want me to put it, I won't, negativo de will not, bueno, contracción de will not, I won't take it off. Okay, Richard, I want you to put it perfectly between the microphone and the cup, equidistant. Okay, fine. So, what am I going to do? You're going to take off your watch. And where am I going to put it? Well, you're going to put it between the microphone and the cup. Fine. Have I started yet? No, you haven't started yet. Okay. Have I started yet? Yes, you have already started. Have I finished yet? No, you haven't. Am I still taking it off? What, you're what? Yes, you're still taking it off. Am I still taking it off now? No, you're not. You've already taken it off. Yes? But have I put it on the table yet? No, you haven't. Why not? Because you're still holding it. Where am I holding it? You're holding it in your right hand. But what am I going to do? Well, I assume you're going to put it between the cup and the microphone. And why do you assume that? Because you promised me that you were going. Pasado continuo otra vez. Me prometiste que ibas a colocarlo, ibas a ponerlo. You promised me that you were going to put the watch between the cup and the microphone. Did I promise you? You promised me. And remember, a promise is a promise. All right, so what am I doing? You're putting the watch between the microphone and the cup. Where is it now? Well, now it's it's where I told you to put it. Excuse me? Where's the watch now? It's where I told you to put it. Es donde te dije que lo pusieras. It's where I told you to put it. Yeah, I know. You told me to put it between the cup and the microphone. So where is it? It's where I told you to put it. Okay, good. Between the cup and the... Now, tell me to put it back on. No, Richard, keep pesado. Come on. Tell me to put it back on. All right, put your watch back on. Okay, yeah. So, what am I doing? You're putting your watch back on. Have I started yet? Yes, you've already started. Have I finished yet? No, you haven't finished. Am I still putting it on? Poof, yes, you're still putting it on. All right. Have I finished yet? Yes, you've already finished. Is the watch still on the table? No, it's not on the table anymore. Okay, but before it was on the table, right? Yes, a few seconds ago, it was on the table. Where was it on the table? It was between the two objects, the cup and the microphone. How long was it on the table? Probably, it was on the table for about a minute. Where is it now? It's on your wrist. En tu muñeca. It's on your wrist. How long has it been on my wrist? It's been on your wrist for about 1 minute. So, it was on the table for a minute, and now it has been, contracción, it's been on my wrist also for a minute. Okay, or a minute and a half now. Yes. Is the book open? Yes, it is. How long has it been open? It's been open since the beginning of the class. Yes. In fact, this book has been open for about 7 months. I don't remember. Well, I think about 10 classes ago I closed it, remember? I compared how thick is this book. You remember? I said this book is thicker than this book. Page 263. And you see, it is. This book is the thickest of the three. And so in that case, I closed the book. But that was about a month ago or 2 months ago. All right. So, how long? How long have we been in this class? Well, we've been in the class since the beginning. Oh, when did the class start? Well, it started about 23 minutes ago or 22 minutes ago. So how long have we been here? We've been here for about 23, maybe, yeah. I think we've been here for 23 minutes. Yeah, Marta is telling me. Martin is telling me that we have 2 minutes left. We have only 2 minutes left. And if it's true, if Marta is telling me the truth, then that means that we've been in class for 23 minutes. If there are 2 minutes left, that means we've been doing this class together for 23 minutes. But I think there's only 1 minute left now. Almost. There's 1 minute left now. And if it's true, what Marta is saying, that there's only 1 minute left, eso significa, that means that we've been here for 24 minutes. Now, this class lasts 26 minutes and 20 seconds, 23 seconds, because there's music at the beginning and music at the end. But the net class time, tiempo neto de clase, net, N-E-T, como en español, neto. The net class time is 25 minutes. So, I think the class is going to end very, very soon, but it hasn't ended yet. I'm still here. Hello, can you still see me? I'm still here, which means the class hasn't ended yet, because when the class ends, I disappear, but I haven't disappeared yet. Why? Because the class hasn't ended yet. Why? Because I'm still here. Yes, bicho malo nunca muere, no? I'm still here, but we are running out of time. Se nos agota el tiempo. We are running out of time. So I have to say goodbye. Hey, take care.